Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, where we are doing a RedRun challenge, and we're back at it after months and months because I forgot to bring my external hard drive over to Japan the last time I went there. But now we've got our file back so we can actually do things, and what we're doing today is we're going to be playing with a Royal Ludroth. So let's go ahead and get ready for that. We're going to go ahead and get Feline Water Bearer here just to boost our water res. Because, yeah, having positive 3 water res is nice. And that means that our water res had either been 0 or negative before we got Water Bearer. And yeah, we are playing with this Royal Ludroth, who I believe is the monster that basically has Kutku's job in this game. It's here to teach new players the ropes, both for actual above water monster hunting and for below water monster hunting. And hey, we're in the flooded forest, so that means I can get some pelagicite that I need. Which is nice. Kind of nifty that they give us poison knives. How much space have I got left? Plenty. That's good. And we're going to go ahead and take this shortcut for no reason other than that it exists. Also, it does take us right to some mining spots, so I guess that's another reason. Yay, pelagicite! Wow, this mining spot is just not quitting. And we got 2 pelagicite from it, which is nice. Ooh, more pelagicite. A lot of people complain about the swimming in this game. I honestly find it to be just fine. Camera's a little sluggish in the water, but other than that, I don't really have many issues. Also, these catfish are back in Monster Hunter World, which is interesting. Yay, more pelagicite. Yay, more pelagicite. Okay. Mining spot looked like it was still there, so thought I might still be able to gather from it, but no, it was actually gone. And here's our looty. Man, old sponge face here is here to teach us how monsters behave above water, like actual large monsters. And then in water, it's the first monster that you fight. So it lets you get a common, or it lets you get used to fighting underwater. Speaking of letting us get used to fighting underwater, Looks like the sword and shields combo is a little different underwater, which will take some getting used to. Of course, that's probably something I had already learned, but just forgot because it's been months. I will admit I'm not a huge fan of fighting near the surface of the water, even though it does mean that you don't have to care so much about your air supply. That's because of how the water's surface and the camera interact. Well, almost said behave, but interact is the proper word. Because the thing is, when you're above, or when the camera's above water and the monster isn't, it makes it so that you can't actually hear the sounds the monster is making. And there are times when I rely on those to inform me what the monster's doing. Also, these little Ledroths are gonna be problems. I've called them the Bullfangos of the sea before. It's because they just don't really give up, and they'll charge at you from across the entire place. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of how short this weapon's reach is underwater. Like, it's pretty short on land as well, but on land you can do a little bit of a better job gauging where you are relative to other things. That is one thing. Like, the 3DS version of this game, if you don't have a Circle Pad Pro, I would argue is not quite as good because it's harder to control. Like, target cam is serviceable. It's just not great. Especially not underwater, I would say. But then, like, if you do have the Circle Pad Pro, then controlling the game's just fine, and if you turn on 3D, which I personally enjoy the 3D mode, it makes it so much easier to gauge distance underwater. Like, it's a pretty big advantage, I would say. We're going to sever this tail. Is this going to be the first tail we've severed on this? No, there was a Baroth before, wasn't there? I really should be sharpening. Yellow sharp is not great. Thankfully, we can take plenty of hits from this guy. Almost managed to sharpen. Let's go ahead and toss these knives at him so that we at least get some damage going while we're trying to sharpen. There we go. Don't do it, cat. Okay, the cat didn't do it, but the Lodroth did. It's an interesting pyramid in this area. Don't do it, cat. I remember when I first fought Royal Ledroth in Monster Hunter Tri, It gave me so much trouble because, like, I was using a switch, hammer at the time. Hammer. And, like, I did not know what to do about his side rolls. I got hit by them almost every time. And it turns out what to do about the side rolls is just hang out near the tail, because if you're near the tail, it's super easy to get out of their way. So, yeah, bring a cut weapon, hang out near the tail. Works just fine. Except when you press the A button instead of the B button. Don't know why I did that. Also, this weapon really does not have enough green sharp. Don't do it, cat. Thanks for not doing it, cat. Okay, looked like he just walked towards us, but he left the area in so doing. Interesting. Ooh, we should be getting bugs here, shouldn't we? Because we can get things like killer beetles. Yeah, those. Thanks, cat. Thanks, cat. I haven't even touched the cats, and they're just going for me. Such jerks. All right, Ludi. That's a main flinch, I do believe. Which is good. We do want the main broken. Yeah, this weapon really doesn't have enough green sharp. And I keep finding myself trying to do... Wait, limping already? We haven't even broken anything. Also, hey, a mining spot. Though the mining spot in this area is almost always trash. I'm still gonna go for it. Have I just been doing a really bad job of hitting his tail? Because, like, usually the tail pops off pretty easily. But I guess we've been hitting a lot of his back leg or something. Wait, you trying to sleep in here, buddy? This isn't where you're supposed to sleep. Yeah, this right here is how he helps you get used to underwater fighting. By swimming off to one side and then coming in with a dash. Or doing the double dash like that, because I think pretty much every Leviathan can do those. Yeah, you go ahead and swim through there. Thought I saw a mining spot, but it was actually just these little red grasses. Is there anything else we can grab around here? Nothing of value that I can see with my cursory glances. So we're going to go ahead and head over this way. Because this is the fastest way for us to get to where he's going. And then we're going to go up this ledge that's got a Benhabra on it. And up here, there's always a mining spot or two. And even though it's not underwater, it can have pelagisite. Can also have earth crystals, which are nice. Apparently lots of earth crystals. And then we jump down here, which is where the Ludi is. Sometimes there's mining spots down here as well, but it looks like this is not one of those times. So, give me that tail. Thank you. So if we could bust his frill and his mane, that would be ideal. Or his crest, rather. Crest and mane. Royal Ladroth crests are usually paper in, like, most games. I don't recall whether they're paper in this game. But one can hope that they will be. Because things that are paper are easy to break. And easy breaks are easy extra parts. And extra parts are very useful in a run like this. Because even if we never use them for gear, we can use them for cash. And now that we've got all the breaks, we're free to kill this guy. Also, I feel like I shouldn't have been hit by that, but I think it was a case of maybe terrain geometry causing his course to deviate closer to me. But if you could just go ahead and die now, that'd be great. I know you limped earlier. Thankfully, the roll doesn't do too much. I forget whether or not I needed hydro hides. Might as well kill and carve the little looty as well. I should probably carve the little looty sooner rather than later, because it despawns faster. Meh. Okay, let's get rid of royal rhinos. Though, really, I should have gotten rid of, like, first aid meds. There we go. Hooray, we killed Looty. We've learned the ins and outs of combat on land and in water, because that's Looty's job. Ooh, plenty of stuff. These aqua sacks will probably be very good for us. That's useless. And, I mean, that's a slot and 1 point of something that isn't atrocious. I should probably check Cha-Cha for what he's got. Oh, hey. They're back. Or something. Yeah. Now we've got 2 guys to not send out. Unless we are forced to at some point. Sure. All right. So, Cha-Cha. Not bad. I think Weatherbreaker is still the best that we've got for him. Okay, I'm glad you're holding back. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me that there's looties in the Moga Woods? Yep. Sure. Let's check the Moga forecast right now. Great Jaggy, Pecco Great Jaggy, and Great Jaggy. Well then. Did we need to fight a Pecco in the Moga Woods? I think we might have. And it's been a while, so I'm just checking up on these as well. I do want those worm pelts. What now? Oh. Okay, what do we need for the bug box? Stuff we've already got, but I'm not going to use them just yet because I might still need carpenter bugs. So we can upgrade this now. That gets us a slightly larger chunk of green. Same raw though, and no fire. But still, let's get it. From there, Shadow Saber upgrades into some really good stuff, so I think that'll be what we go for. And then, yeah, stuff. That's right, I need to find a mite seed somewhere. And just for curiosity's sake. That's a surprising amount of skills for a low rank thing. Alright. Well, yeah, let's talk to the sweetheart. Uh-huh. Oh, thanks. Oh. Oh. Okay, so we hadn't done Baroth, right? Or yet. Okay. No, that's a really handy notebook right there. So, now we know what we're after next. That guy right there. So, yeah. But that's going to be it for this episode. So, join us next time for Baroth. See you then, friends.